Wisconsin with the wampum on the other end, 467, 58 miles an hour. He had a couple tenths on the tree. So Charlie will move on to the semifinals. We got this neat Ford truck over on the far side. See, that's a racer from Mexico over there. Really good looking ride. He's got a 424. Got a 24 black sheep. Formerly owned by Bill Meany, the new owner this weekend behind the wheel. Now they have 440. And the far lane, 433 on the 24, jumping out of it early. So the Ford truck moving on to the semis. And it's going to be Chris Adamson in his new ride over here in the near lane. There's some learning curve with it. Up against Kenny Hayes. To Kenny Hayes, 348 at 85 miles an hour, jumping out of it early. So Kenny Hayes will move on to the next round, maybe. They had an issue over on the left side here with the time that came up. But anyway, so we're here at the Soboba Casino, San Jacinto, California for the SCSDA season opener. It is a chilly, windy day here in Southern California. I thought I was going to fly out and escape the cold, and it's maybe 50 degrees, somewhere in the low 50s, with about 15 to 20 mile an hour wind. Unfortunately, as you can see with this stuff, the caution tape blowing, pretty windy, so we'll get the Good Vibrations banners up later in the weekend when the wind dies down. I want to get a big shout out to Good Vibrations Motorsports. They're the presenting sponsor of the NSDN live stream from the all three of the 2017 SCSDA events. So we want to thank Jim, James, and the whole crew over at Good Vibrations for their support this season. So we've got, we were down to the semifinals of the Pro Gambler, Friday Gambler. And then coming up, actually pretty quick, it's going to be Q1 for the heads up categories. I see the Morton Racing Top Alcohol team over in the lanes, getting ready to go. They're clearly ready. So we'll see what happens. But big shout out to all of our sponsors this weekend. Good Vibrations Motorsports, as I said, is the presenting sponsor of the NSDN live stream. We also want to give a big shout out to Greg Tungate Motorsports in Southern California, OTR Recycling. They're a big sponsor of our NSDN daily race coverage from the SCSDA events this year. Also the fine folks at Hammer Down Racing, Dennis Wright. He's out here running the bracket Jeep here a little while ago. And I don't know if he's going to come up for the 2 o'clock field session, but the field car is here. And we got 3 top field cars here this weekend to do battle. We got Dennis Reich, of course, Coldwater Kid team with Matthew Ludlow and Marcus Norris in the Pat Norris racing car. So we get to see some nitro action out here. And I also want to give a big shout out to Morris Family Racing, Rick, Billy, the whole crew over there. Sponsor of our NSDN daily race coverage for this season, as well as Mark Puños at Fast Chat Construction out of Las Vegas. I'm sure we'll see Mark out here later on in the weekend. As well as Kevin Williams. Kevin Williams Racing. He turned on the red light first round of the Gambler, but I'm sure I'm sure he'll sharpen up his reaction times as the weekend goes on. Also have to thank MPC Racing, Mark Ratliff, and Rialto Trophy, Mr. Todd Kenny, Todd and Tricia. I'm sure Todd will probably be tuning in at some point here. But without the help of our great sponsors, we would not be able to bring you the coverage. So I kind of wanted to check in and let everybody know what's going on here. I don't know, doesn't look like the next round of the Gambler is ready to go yet, so we have a little bit of downtime. But big shout out to everybody that's checking in here as we kick off the 2017 Sand Drag Racing season. Hey, there's Todd chiming in. Hey, we want to give a big shout out to photographers here this weekend. Chris and Tara Graves came out from Texas. Max Cackle Photography. Check them out on Facebook. I'm going to put a link up to them on the Facebook page here in just a little bit. Chris and Tara take some amazing shots, so be sure to check them out. Does this screw up the picture when I change this? Did I turn it that direction? Did anybody's video go crazy, or are you still good? What's interesting is the wind is actually coming from this direction, which is nice because it's forecasted to come from that direction. So we'll be able to shoot from over here. I was kind of afraid we were going to have to go back over to the other side and not get such a good shot of the track. So that's a positive anyways. But yeah, it's pretty breezy, pretty cool. But it's supposed to warm up. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the low 60s and then 71 on Sunday. So should be all good for the rest of the weekend here. Well guys, I wish I had some more action for you, but I don't believe the guys are ready for the next round of the Gambler, so I'm going to sign off the live stream here for a few minutes. And then we'll come back when the action starts back up again. So big thank you to Good Vibrations Motorsports and all the other great sponsors of our National Sand Drag News coverage this weekend. We'll be here all weekend with lots of action from Soboba Casino in San Jacinto, California. Thanks guys.